If you're wanting to immigrate to New Zealand and you're wondering where do you even start, you're not alone. I remember when we were thinking about immigrating to New Zealand 8 years ago, I was sitting late at night behind my laptop with so many tabs open about the South Island, the North Island, jobs, visas, schools, towns, what to take, what not to take, what the weather is like. It was so overwhelming, and I actually didn't know what to focus on first. So maybe you're in that place where you're very excited about the move, but you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed and not really know what to focus on next. Well, let me share something that really changed things for us. When I looked at our process and I could break it down into little steps, almost like what you do when you plan a holiday. You decide we want to go on a holiday, this is the amount of money we got, what are the options, where can we go, what's our next steps, how are we going to get there, let's look at what accommodation options there are, let's see what activities we can do while we're there. So all those kinds of things is similar to things that you need to decide about and consider when you're thinking about immigrating to New Zealand. But instead of thinking of it as such a huge project, which it is, because it's a life-changing decision and move, right? If you break it down into steps and into different phases, bite size per phase, it becomes manageable and smoother. So clarity is really very important. You need to start at phase 1. There's 5 phases in the immigration process, from start till finish when you actually retire in New Zealand. And you can't start with thinking 20 years ahead. You need to focus on what is my first steps. And that is so important, to have the first phase sorted, ticked, thought through, the right decisions, the right steps. If you break down the whole process, it can be broken down into 5 phases. That's your consideration phase and your decision-making phase. Then you move on to your planning phase. Then you move into your physical moving phase, when you're actually moving abroad with all your stuff, if you're taking that with. Once you've moved and you're in New Zealand, then you want to settle in, become part of the community, from being an outsider to becoming an insider. And then you actually want to be looking to how do you secure the future and financial future of yourself and your family. That's a very long process from start to finish, but you need to start at the beginning, and you need to start this process correctly, considering the right things, making the decisions about the right steps, focusing on only the next step at a time in the right phase. Very important not to skip phases. I have put this into a roadmap, sort of a framework that's easy to follow, so that you know where to start and what next to focus on. If that is something that you think would help you to plan your journey immigrating to New Zealand, you can click on the link below and download it for you. I hope you enjoy building your new reality.